Hey guys, welcome back for another episode of the Ducati Scrambler Project. In the previous episode we added bags. Now bags give us the chance of carrying more stuff to extend our adventure. But if our adventure has extended legs on a freeway, for example, the Scrambler does not give any protection whatsoever from the air. So let's try to find a solution, but enough with chit chat, let's get to work. So the easiest thing to do to protect ourselves from the wind is to add a fly screen. But the question is, what fly screen am I gonna add? Should I add one of those small Ducati plates that go over there and protect pretty much nothing? Should I add one of those touring windscreen that are gigantic and undoubtedly protect you from the wind, but they look awful? Well, we're gonna go half away, we're gonna go in between, and for that purpose I got a Dart classic fly screen. Now this fly screen over here is supposed to keep that retro look that I'm trying to achieve with the bike, or that I'm trying to maintain with this bike, and at the same time give us enough protection to get a little bit of the wind off our chest. Hopefully this will deflect the wind and will make the ride a little bit more bearable, since right now at full blast highway speed pretty much your arms get fatigued because you're holding on for dear life. Since we are up front doing that, we also gonna take care of those gigantic blinkers up front, and we're gonna put something cheap and very small. So the windshield comes with those two brackets over here. They seem to be made out of aluminum and they're power coated black. What we're gonna do is remove the blinkers, put the brackets in place, and go from there. The Allen key that keeps the blinkers in place is 4mm, so we're just gonna go ahead and one by one remove it. Since I want to replace the blinkers, what I'm going to do, instead of lifting the tank and try to unplug the blinker itself and then rig something together, what I'm going to do is take apart the blinker and get the two cables from here and plug the aftermarket blinkers to those two cables over here. So I don't need a makeshift connector, I'm just going to make my own makeshift connector. So this is what I'm left with. I'm gonna plug the new blinkers to this. If you don't have the Evotech headlight protector, this might be slightly different, but the concept is the same. I just need to work around the headlight protector. So I was finally able to put this micro turn signal in. The stem is quite short, it's not made for three different brackets being one on top of the other. What I had to do is actually get a hammer and flatten this curve. If you don't have the Evotech headlight protector or any other headlight protector, you should be able to install those just by putting it on and screw it in. No big deal, grab a hammer on a flat surface, give it 2 or 3 beats, it didn't lose any color or anything, so it still looks good. And as you guys can see, the turn signal is way smaller than the OEM, but it's time to rig something out and put those wires together. Now don't get me wrong, you can just peel those wires, black with black, white with yellow, and you're done. But being the way I am, what I'm gonna do is put some shrink wrap in it. And then let's start cutting all of those. Peel the wire back. Yep. Same thing on this one. I'm gonna try to keep it as short as possible. I don't want to have a ton of wire hanging around. And two. As I said, don't get me wrong, you can just wrap them together. I'm going to solder them together. Not much, just enough so that they don't get undone. Before we do that, we put in another shrink wrap of a smaller diameter. A little bit of solder. Just like that. Cut the tip off on both of them. Slide the smallest diameter shrink wrap on the yellow and white. Time to shrink it. Once you shrink the first one, time to slide the other one of a slightly bigger diameter on. Shrink it. Pull it back in here. And I'm gonna zip tie this thing together. Just enough to keep it there. Cut the excess. One is done. I'm going to repeat the process on this side. I'm going to flatten the corner over here on this bracket. I'm going to remove that and put the micro turn signal on and put this in place, but I'm gonna save you some time because it's exactly the same procedure I did on the other side. I'll catch you up when I'm done. Once the brackets and the turn signals are in and working properly, it's time now to prep the windshield itself. Now, it comes with a bunch of hardware. You have those grommets, those rubber grommets. They need to be installed inside the windshield to help out, obviously, with the vibration. So it's 4 of them, and it's very easy to install them. You just get the fat part, because it's one of the sides is fatter. So the fat part goes towards the outside. Other than that, they're so soft that it's literally a breeze to put them in. So easy as that. Once the rubber grommets are in, we grab one of those weird bolts over here, mushroom shape. We put the washer in like that, and then we put it through the windshield itself. Once we do that, we can start putting it on the bike. I'm doing the left side first because the 2 brackets are wider than they should be. They're wider because I have the brackets from the light protector on. If you don't have a light protector, obviously this should be literally a plug and play deal. I'm gonna push the brackets together and put in the bolt. At this point, when everything is in, I'm just gonna take a look and make sure that the windscreen is centered. Here we go. Job done. Another installation is complete. The windshield, it's a smoked classic windshield from Dart. It looks great, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna protect from the wind on the freeway, at least a little bit, so better than if nothing is here. Not only is it gonna be good on the freeway, it also looks appropriate for the look I'm trying to achieve with this bike. It's not too tall, it's not too short, it's a little bit dark. It looks pretty good. Besides that, we also added those small turn signals. Those LED turn signals are very cheap. I think I paid around $7 or $8 for it. The blink rate, as you guys can see, is appropriate, so they're not blinking fast. As always, for everything I install on the bike this time around, links are gonna be down in the description. If you guys wanna support the channel, get yourself one of those fantastic Albe ADV shirts. Other than that, if you like the video, like. If you love the video or you want to see what else I'm gonna do to the Scrambler next, stay tuned and subscribe. Till then, ride on, and I'll see you next time.